Hi everyone, it's Anne from Anneliese's Creations. I'm here today to do Journal 52, but before I get started, I discovered that my videos are being embedded on a couple of foreign sites, and I realized that I allowed embedding on my videos, which I guess I didn't quite understand what that meant, but however, having said that, this foreign entity is making money off of my videos by posting commercials and ads before my videos, and it's happening to a lot of other artists. And some artists say, well, embedding's okay because that gets the word out about our channels. That might be all hunky-dory for some people who are actually making money from YouTube. I am not really making money. I make because my channel's so small. And I'm sorry about this rant, but it's a little upsetting because you put your whole heart and soul into something, and many of you who are creating videos do not realize how much time is involved in editing a video, as well as putting it up for you. And then for somebody else to come up and take it from you and make money off of it. It's just not fair. It's not right. It's not fair. So unfortunately, to sort of try to get it nipped in the bud, I have removed on most of my videos. I got to spend the whole rest of the day after I do this video taking off, allowing embedding on all of my videos. I have over 200 and some, 300 and some videos, and so I have to do that to every single one of them. There's just not one easy way of doing it. So on top of that, I hate to have to do this, guys, but periodically throughout my video I'm going to be having to put this up, okay? I hate to have to do it, but it's something that, copyright, okay? That copyright means a lot, because that means, you're not supposed to take somebody else's content and then make it your own. There's one thing about being inspired by someone, and if you're going to be inspired by someone, give them that credit, inspired by, okay? It's a long list of what copyright is, okay? There's a huge list. And most of the time, I try to be very careful not to take somebody else's art and make it mine. If I'm inspired by someone, I'm going to say I'm inspired by someone. Now, for instance, Journal 52, for instance. I always post the link to the Journal 52 website because it's not my creation. Journal 52 is not my creation. This is just my process of the weekly prompt. So I'm always making sure that I put, I try and make sure, okay? Very hard, try, to put the links to everyone, to give everyone credit, okay? We're all artists. We're all in the same boat, okay? And we need to support. But anyways, without further ado, it's Journal 52. The first prompt is Beneath Your Feet, which Effie Wild did her layout. And week 6, Above Your Head, is done by Sarah Trump. And she has a website, a YouTube website, which I have not been posting. But if you go to the Journal 52 site, it will link you to all of to her site, to whatever videos she's put up for her prompt. Okay? And so, as I said again, I always put the Journal 52, website down at the bottom, and to the Facebook group in case you're interested in joining. Okay, so this is my process, and I'm not trying to copy from anybody else. Okay, and periodically, unfortunately, I'm going to have to show this. Okay, it's a way of trying to avoid people taking my videos. I could have that little watermark You know, a lot of times you'll see that little watermark down in the below in the right hand side of your screen on YouTube, but somehow people are able to remove that watermark, and so it's not foolproof. So unfortunately, this is what I'm going to have to do. So like a ad within my video saying this is here, okay? So having said that, I'm really sorry. Mary of the Mary Atelier, she is the one that brought this to my attention. Thank you, Mary, so much for this. And I am going to post a link to her YouTube channel. Please go over and give her some love if you haven't subscribed to her channel before. She's a friend of mine. She's a wonderful friend. And for somebody to have taken the time to say, hey, look, this is what's happening. And so then I put it on my Facebook page, and it's kind of gone a little viral amongst the artists. And some are saying, I don't mind it being embedded, and others are saying, well, hey, wait a minute, okay? And I'm one of the ones that are saying, hey, wait a minute. You know, I'm not quite sure about this whole embedding thing, okay? I don't understand it 100% myself, so, but I don't want somebody taking my content without my, you know, and using it to their advantage. It's just not right. And if I've honestly done something, you know, where I've done something and it looks similar to someone else's and I didn't give credit, I honestly probably didn't think I did it. So, yeah. So anyhow, I'm trying to be positive today, guys. I'm sorry this has been kind of a damper on my week already. I was up until 2 in the morning looking at this, these 2 websites and kind of going, kind of seething. And just wondering what my steps could be to do to fix it, you know. And it's just like, I don't know, it's just really frustrating when you, yeah, it's just frustrating. I'm sorry, guys. Normally I'm very positive, and you know, I try to keep my videos positive. I try not to bring any drama into my channels or into my world, and this has just been kind of like, really? And it's you know, it's a lot of my friends out there too, and a lot of my art friends, and it's really difficult when you make your art public for someone to come in and take your work. It's one thing, okay, if you have a name for something and it's not really officially trademarked, then you really can't really control that name or that word, and especially if it's a popular phrase or word, you can't really copyright it or trademark it, okay? But if it's an uncommon word, or say, for instance, Anneliese's Creations, I put the copyright symbol because to me that is mine, because there's a ton of Ann Williamsons out in the world. So I have to kind of make myself stand out a little by adding Anneliese's Creations. So a lot of times when you're wondering why I'm saying that, it's because that is what I would go by on my YouTube channel or on a lot of my social media. I use that for that, and eventually when I do open my Etsy shop, that is what's going to be part of it, of my Etsy shop, the name. And that my stuff is should be copyrighted, because you should not use my stuff, right? You can be inspired by it and give me credit, please, if you're inspired by something I've done. But if you're going to go ahead and just take it and then say, oh, it's mine, yeah, no. It doesn't work that way, guys. It just, so anyways, I'm using some fluid medium today. And it's just, I'm also using this really cool stuff. It's called Interference, and it's green. And when you put it over, it adds almost like a metallic to your fluid acrylics, and it makes it shimmer. It's really very, very cool. Unfortunately, I don't think the camera's picking it up, but here it's like it glistens. It's really cool. I love it. Okay, so I'm just making a mess. I'm doing the prompt about the feet. the feet. Okay. And I'm just kind of making background. I'm not really, it's more of like an abstract background today. And then I'm going to come in with a stencil. Can't speak today either. Bear with me. And I got to remember not to put things up in the front here, up above my area, because that's where my lighting is, and it casts a shadow if I put anything right in this area. So I apologize, and I was trying to get this in frame, and I probably cut off some of it while I was, probably didn't see some of it. Oh well, sorry guys. So anyways, now I'm going to come in with a little bit of titanium white in the Deco Art Traditions Artist Acrylic Paint. I really like this. It's a great paint. Works really well in a lot of things. And I'm going to get myself a makeup sponge. I hope you've been enjoying my Faces Challenge videos. I've been putting those up daily. I have many scheduled coming up, so I hope you'll drop by. They're getting shorter and shorter, so if you don't like the longer videos, these are our speed throughs, my speed through videos. So I'm just coming in with a bunch of different, with some marks, making marks on this in different areas. Doing a double spread today because my feet are kind of big. I actually traced out my own feet. They're not really that big, but yeah, I traced my own feet to do this. So, yeah. Oh dear. Okay, I'm going to add some of this, but I'm going to do it in a darker color here. Kind of blended in with the white, and I kind of like that from my makeup sponge. I'm liking that look a lot. And I'm going to put this all over because I really like the effect I'm leaving here, so I'm going to keep going. So enjoy this part of the video that I'm going to fast forward through, okay? It turned out. I'm not going to even outline these. Sometimes I go in and outline, but I'm not going to even outline these. I kind of like me of water. Okay, so I went ahead and traced my feet, my ugly feet, out onto a map. Okay, and so I'm going to put one here and one here on either side. Okay. Kind of like that, and then I'm going to put a heart in the middle, and you're going to probably ask why I'm putting a heart in the middle, and you'll see in a minute why. Okay, I think I'm going to put the heart here. I might put some hearts all over actually, because I kind of like it like that, because of the quote I picked, and you'll see in a minute, because I'm going to put the quote, and that's another thing. I got to make room for my quote. So I think I'll put the quote over in this corner, okay? And yeah, so I'll get started first in putting this down, and then come back in and do that. And I'm using the decoupage napkin for this one today. And I'm going to find my brush. And my studio is coming along pretty well. You know, I did a little tour kind of at the beginning of the new year, and I said I would come back and show you what else I'm planning on, what else I've done with it throughout the year, and I may put one up soon to show you what has come about of it. Okay. All right, so this is coming down. This is going down really well today. I like it when things work out. I not like what's been going on. So this is going to go right here. And this one's going to go right here. And I think I'm going to put this one at an angle. I was actually born what they call pigeon-toed, okay? And at the age of 3, I had to start wearing special shoes with a brace inside to try to straighten it up. And because of that, I was also born with a knee, kind of a knee issue. I have what they call floating kneecaps. And it never really bothered me, and I really didn't know I had it until I started having knee issues about a year ago. And especially my left knee, it started getting really swollen and just really bothering me. And the doctor did some x-rays and things, and he said I have floating kneecaps. And did I even know about it? I said no, but I was born pigeon-toed. And he says, oh, that's actually a indication of issues with the knees and possibly the hips, and it can be very painful as you grow older. And I'm like, oh great, I didn't know that. So I have to wear I have to be careful with which kind of shoes I wear. I can't wear heels anymore. I haven't worn heels in years. Just can't do it. But yeah, so I have weird feet because of it. And so that's why I'm doing the pigeon toes, because that's what I was like. And I had to wear saddle shoes when saddle shoes were out of style. Back in the day, saddle shoes had very good arch support and ankle support. And my brace that I wore went up to a little past my shins. And yeah, I looked, luckily it could be covered by socks, the brace, so not very many people knew I wore those. And yeah, to have something like that when you're young can make you feel self-conscious. And even to this day, I'm very self-conscious about things. So yeah. Okay, so it's wrinkled up a little bit in here, but I'm not too concerned. So that's what it looks like so far. Okay. And then I'm going to put in some hearts, and I said I was going to put my quote down here, but before I do that, I'll be right back because I need to let this dry. Okay, normally I would use my black Stabilo all to outline, but because I kind of like the water theme that's kind of going on underneath, I'm going to go ahead and use my blue Stabilo all. Yes, the Stabilo alls don't just come in white and in black, but they also come in red, green, yellow, and blue. And brown also. I got mine at Dick Blick's art place, but they also sell them on Amazon. And they're about $1 something on at Dick Blick. So usually when I go down there, I always pick up some of these pencils. They work really well. Okay, so I'm just going to go around it like this. Actually, you know, I am liking my black better, I think. It's going to stand out more. So back to the black. And by the way, I also meant to say that if people are watching on those websites, you're better off coming on to my site on YouTube. You can find me. You don't need to be going on those sites. And if you're in another country where you can't get YouTube, then, oh well, sorry. Okay, so I'm going to outline my feet. And I just noticed something. I think this is supposed to say something like bearing straight or something, but look, it says bear. like in bare feet. You see it? I thought that was kind of funny. I didn't do that on purpose. I hope you all had a good weekend. Mine was good. I got to see my son. We went to his university and got to take him out to dinner. We had some sushi, yummy sushi, yum. And got to chat. We went out for a drink afterwards and dessert. Oh, I ate too much. Not that I really needed it, right? Not that I really need it. No, I could afford to lose some weight. Seriously. But, oh well. Looks aren't everything. Some people think it is, but there really isn't. Beauty comes from within. Because when you get old, your beauty starts to fade. It's the beauty that comes from within that's the most important. And I have some crooked toes, guys, because I broke some toes on both my feet at one point in time. I like to walk barefoot, and yeah, one of the hazards of walking barefoot is running into furniture, and it hurts. Yeah. You'd think I'd learn by now, but oh no. Okay. So there's that, and I'm going to go around with a little bit of the napkin on a brush to make it permanent. It activates it, but then it makes it permanent. And this one's not quite working out the way I wanted it to today. Actually, it goes a little darker than that. Because I'm kind of applying this napkin as a fixative. And it does kind of smear and smudge a little bit, and I don't mind that look too much, but I like it a little dark. And sometimes it comes out a little darker, and sometimes it doesn't. I think it depends on how hard and how much Stabilo all I put down beforehand. And in some areas I didn't put it down dark enough. So that part is done. Now I'm just going to go in and quickly dry this off, and then I'm going to finish it up. So enjoy my process. Well, I'm gathering my stuff. Sorry for the impromptu commercial. Brought to you by Ann Williamson, aka Anneliese's Creations. You can find me on my YouTube channel right here. Sorry, guys. I know. Okay. So I'm going to add some hearts in different areas. I don't want to do it in the middle here because I'm going to eventually be cutting this in half and binding it to a binder. So, or to, you know, kind of using my bind it all thing. So yeah, I need some space there. So that's why, if you're wondering why I'm not putting it in the center, that's why. Okay, and I cut out these hearts using one of Tim Holtz's die cuts for Sizzix. So yeah, I love them. They're fun. I cut mine out of my drop papers and other painted papers that I had of mine that I had done a while back. Alright, so I'm going to put some hearts down, even though the saying is just heart, but I like to add lots of hearts because it'll be fun. Make it fun. All right. I'm going to add I'm going to use my Stabilo all this time. Not my Stabilo, my oh gosh, my Posca pen, black one, to outline the hearts when I'm done here. Putting them down. I like the water effect I kind of did in the background because I do love the beach. It's a place I love to go a lot. So this is kind of a cool one for me. I like it. By the way, if you share my videos, I don't mind you sharing them like on Google or, you know, those kinds of things, but to embed them into somebody else's player or whatever, that's just wrong. That, you know, now that I'm thinking about it, you know, I don't mind you sharing like on Facebook or on Google Plus, because that's where I share my videos as well. So I don't mind that. It's when people go ahead and do it in a different way to a foreign country, and they're making money off of it. There's, you know, I know Facebook makes money off of their you know, commercials, their ads and things, but it's different. This was just totally wrong what these people are doing. Okay, so that's done there, and I'm going to let it dry, and I'm going to come back in and I'm going to outline. All right, and I'll be right back. All right, so I decided I'm going to add a couple more hearts here because I really like them, and I think there was lacking a little something there. Using my finger this time. Sometimes you just got to get into your work, don't you? I'm doing the same thing with this one. Okay. And then that's it for that. And then I'm going to dry it, and I'll be back in a minute to outline these hearts and get my the words I'm going to use for this, the saying. Okay. Well, I was going to use my Sizzix Big Shot, not my Sizzix, my, God, I can't even think today. My mind's all discombobulated. My Posca pen, a black one, but I forgot I had bought this Crink pen. It's made in New York. They use inks and markers, and this is like a permanent paint marker. I love them. They're really great. Not cheap though. They're expensive. So occasionally I'll splurge, and while I was in Santa Cruz over the weekend, they have a really nice art shop in the downtown, so I couldn't resist. I had to get a couple of these pens and a few little other bits and bobs of things. So yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and outline my hearts with this. I'm going to outline with hearts. I'm going to turn it over so I don't get my arm in the wet paint. So I'm going upside down. Alright, so this is what it looks like so far, and I'll be back in a minute with my words. See you in a little bit. Alright, so I'm back. I am going to, I think I want to add some splatters to this. It's splatters are calling my name. So I'm going to go ahead and, there's some things off my area that I don't want to get too splattered here, and I'm going to take, let's see, this brush, no, I want this one. This one's a little more sturdy for what I want to do. Okay, so I'm going to take some white paint, and I'm going to use the fluid acrylic paints. See if I have any in that color. Translucent. Titanium white in the Fluid Acrylics by Decor Media. I love these. I really love these. Love, love, love. Except this one got a little yucky. I don't know what happened. Got too thick for some reason. I think I didn't shake the bottle enough. You will live and learn, right? So now I gotta find my water bottle. I've been doing straightening up things, and yeah, here it is. I haven't gotten dressed yet because I'm going to have splattered paint on me. Okay, so that's done. And I'm going to dry this off, and then I will come in and do my saying, my quote, okay? Be right back. I'm going to go ahead and add the saying, and where did I put it? Of course, when I had it, where did I put it? I had it here. It's hiding. It is hiding. I'll be right back. May your feet take you where your heart wants to go. Somebody else already took this quote for the week, but I really liked it. So I'm using it too. I found the quotes online. I went and looked around for quotes, and this one stood out to me too for what I wanted to do. So, yeah. And I think I'm going to put this right about here, but I didn't want to. Probably should make the font a little smaller, but oh well. Looks better because I don't want to cover the feet up. So I kind of like it that way, and it's going to go on that way. A little funky shaped, but I like it, so I'm going to do it. Right? If you like it, just do it, right? All right. So this is going on. By the way, I'm not going to list this site, but if you want to go to my Facebook page, I have my Facebook page linked in. If you're on a desktop and you go up to the head bar, okay, up on the right hand side you'll see links to my various social networks, okay, and various social media, and on there is Facebook. If you click on Facebook, that'll take you over to my Facebook page. If you're not a friend, you'll have to request being a friend in order for you to see all the information about what's going on with this particular, it's actually 2 websites. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this, guys, and like I said, may your feet take you where your heart wants to go. And like I said before, I'll post the link to the Journal 52 website and to the Facebook group. And thanks again for watching, for subscribing, for sharing, and sharing meaning on social media, okay? Not on some foreign website. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Thanks, toodles, bye. I appreciate you watching, liking, sharing, commenting, and all that jazz. Bye, take care.
This video contains proprietary information and content created only for my YouTube channel. You may share on social media sites, and I really appreciate that. Please do not include in any paid websites or classes without my written consent or on any site that will make monetary gains from my videos. Thank you, and thanks for watching.